Trauma Related Disorders by West Bengal Forum for Mental Health. What is meant by trauma?
Trauma has been defined by different people in different ways. I'll use the definition of Dr. Janov Goleman, who wrote a book, Shattered Assumptions, about the effects of trauma. And she says it's a state of sudden, unexpected, intense shock with both emotional and or physical damage, injuries to the person.
Some major incidents that can cause trauma are as follows: abduction, child abuse or neglect, serious injury or accident, sexual assault, untimely loss of loved one, and threat of death. Exposure to trauma or some life stressors can cause some amount of psychological distress, leading to mental disorders. Some of these mental disorders are reactive attachment disorder, where a child does not establish healthy attachments with primary caregivers. Disinhibited social engagement disorder, wherein a child actively approaches and interacts with adults who are strangers. Post-traumatic stress disorder, persistent mental stress as a result of psychological shock due to witnessing a traumatic event. Acute stress disorder, initial unpleasant symptoms that occur immediately after witnessing a traumatic event, lasting less than a month. Could you tell us what trauma you faced and how you coped with it?
The trauma I faced last year was losing my father to COVID. It was in the beginning of the lockdown, just the beginning of the pandemic, and we had no clue where to exactly admit him, how to go about it. So, and also the hospital's bed being limited, the ICUs being limited, we had difficulty first admitting him itself, and finally we got a bed at Kasturba Hospital and we got him admitted there. But the challenges started after that, where my father was left alone in the ICU ward. None of us were allowed to go there. We were quarantined at home, me and my mother. So we could not even see him. We could not even see each other, me and my mom. And that was the entire difficult situation. So even when my father passed away, I could not be near him. I could not see him for the last time. The only thing I could do was cremate him, but nobody allowed us to see his face because it was whole covered in a sanitized bag, so I could not even see him. So the whole incident was traumatic, and later on it was even more traumatic when my mother was alone for entire month. In spite of being negative for 3 times, my society people did not allow her for 27 days to mingle outside the house or allowed me to go and meet her. So that was the entirely whole traumatic experience for us. I finally united with my mother after 27 days as advised by BMC people during that time. And then being together absolutely helped us, but definitely we could not forget the incident. We could not come out of it. So after 6 months, I had to take the help of mental health professional of counseling for my mother. Even before that, me and my mother had to consider taking anxiety pills to lower our traumatic experience or to deal with our traumatic experience. Actually, we are still dealing with it, I would say. But yes, with time, it's healing, and definitely the counseling has helped a lot for my mother.
Although the symptoms of such disorders could be anxiety-based or fear-based, many individuals exposed to traumatic or stressful events experience inability to feel pleasure, general dissatisfaction with life, anger or aggression, recurring nightmares or flashbacks of the traumatic event, hypervigilance, always on the lookout for danger, inability to form meaningful relationships, and dissociative symptoms. Traumatic events, especially those experienced in childhood, lead to an increase in suicide risk. Disorders in adulthood, especially PTSD, pose a high chance of suicide ideation in people.
Largest group of victims of trauma are actually children. Since they are small, they are helpless, they cannot defend themselves. And the family and immediate surroundings, maybe neighbors, maybe relatives, they are often the worst abusers. One often speaks of mothers as being abusers, where they think, say, by beating a child, they will learn better, or screaming at them, constantly nagging at them. But it has the exact opposite effect of this child getting more and more traumatized and finally failing.
While traumatic memories are difficult to get rid of, treatments are available that can help cure trauma-related disorders. What are the kinds of treatment one can undergo to treat trauma or stressor-related disorders?
Emotional trauma would also require intervention. So I would say both modalities of interventions are required. One would be definitely medication management and the other one would be psychotherapeutic management. So what is done initially, the early phase of trauma or immediately after trauma, a person would require crisis intervention, maybe some supportive intervention, supportive psychotherapy, and later on they would require proper cognitive behavior therapy based intervention which would address trauma processing. So that would help to mitigate the long-term consequence of trauma.
Some of the methods in which trauma-related disorders can be treated are as follows. Medication can help to control the symptoms. In addition, the symptom relief that medication provides allows many people to participate more effectively in psychotherapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, challenging and unlearning negative thought patterns about the self and the world. Prolonged exposure therapy uses repeated, detailed imagining of the trauma or progressive exposures to symptom triggers in a safe, controlled way to help a person face and gain control of fear and distress and learn to cope. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing is a psychotherapy that enables people to heal from the symptoms and emotional distress that are the result of disturbing life experiences. Group therapy encourages survivors of similar traumatic events to share their experiences and reactions in a comfortable and non-judgmental setting. Many psychologists suggest that the process of treatment is usually much more efficient when therapy and medication are combined. According to a quote by Fred Rogers, anything that's human is mentionable, and anything that is mentionable can be more manageable. When we talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting, and less scary.